is it too late to have some coffee time and chisme? Like, I feel like we need some coffee time and chisme because a lot of it's been going on the internet.
What is up, guys? It's Josie here, and welcome back to a brand new video here on the internet. And the internet is still in flames over the entire Tati Westbrook and James Charles situation. I mean, at this point, it's complete madness. As of recording this video, James Charles has lost more than 3 million subscribers, which is absolutely insane. And honestly, I never thought that that could happen to a YouTuber, but hey, the internet continues to prove me wrong every day, so you live and learn, I guess. And something that's been brought to my attention, or I guess someone who has been brought to my attention because of all of this, is Gabriel Zamora. And I'm sure you won't be too surprised when I say I had no idea who this guy is until this entire situation happened, which also shouldn't be much of a surprise considering he's relevant in the beauty community, and I'm not really the most active beauty community member. However, from what I can tell, he seems to be involving himself in drama that has very little to do with him. A lot. And I'm not exactly sure, but it doesn't seem like this is the first time he's done this either, based on everyone's reaction to him right now. And if you guys didn't know, he's actually kind of the person who indirectly caused the whole Bye Sister video from Tati Westbrook. And from what I can tell, James promoted Sugar Bear Hair, which is Tati's main competitor, considering they also sell vitamins, which caused Tati to talk about this on her Instagram, which then caused Gabriel to, I guess, completely undermine her feelings on his Snapchat.
In 2019, there's countries where women don't even have rights. Like, it's 2019 and shit is still really going down around the world. In the grand scheme of it all, like, you have to really check in with yourself and really think about, like, is this really like a thing? Because if not, you're going to be sitting on the internet crying over vitamins when things are really going on around the world.
Wow. I mean, there's just so many things going on in this story I can barely keep up. So it seems like the whole world is rooting for Tati right now, but Gabriel Zamora is apparently her #1 hater at the moment. It seems like he's truly struggling to keep his mouth shut when it comes to this topic, considering he keeps on going back to his Snapchat to talk more about it.
And I was like, does this deserve a YouTube video? And I was like, actually, no. Like, y'all just need an explanation. I don't care about nobody else. A lot of people, right, on the internet, after my makeup and opinion video, had a lot of opinions about my opinion. Which I'm like, okay, like, you can have an opinion about my opinion, but what you can't tell me is that my opinion is wrong because my opinion is based on facts. So when I had an issue with Tati's video is when she was talking about me being complicit in predatory behavior. And I was like, excuse me? What? Predatory? What?
At this point, it seems like everyone's just throwing allegations all over the place. I mean, in Tati's video, I guess she implied that Gabriel was never critical of James's alleged predatory behavior. And I'm assuming he's now going to say, oh, that was not true. It didn't happen like this.
Predatory? You could have created that video and literally, no. She created this video and I'm like, what we're not going to do is literally say that I'm complicit in a situation that you are excluding information from. Oh no, because the Seattle situation, I can completely debunk because she said I was in that kitchen. Okay? I was in that kitchen and she's excluding certain information that was said in that kitchen. So I find it really fascinating. And I'm like, oh no, just don't lie on me. You can say whatever you want to, but don't lie on me.
Can he just get to the point? Like, I feel like all of these Snapchat videos or Instagram story videos of people talking about stuff like this, they never get to the point. It's just a bunch of like, oh, no. See, here's what we're gonna do, sis. Or, I don't know the other internet beauty guru terms by heart. Ooh, she tried it, wig. There's a few more. I'm not quite a beauty guru yet, so hopefully I'll get them down pat at some point. Maybe not. Let's pretend that segment didn't happen. Let's just continue the video.
Okay, so when I watched PewDiePie's video, I was like, okay, I'm not crazy. This doesn't make sense, right? Like, it doesn't make sense. I'm like, okay, I'm not crazy. Like, someone logical, right, that I look up to because I watch his content and I'm like, I like his perspective. He can understand multiple perspectives and he can kind of remove himself from the situation and put all the emotions aside to really see the situation for what it is.
So now he's just dragging PewDiePie's name into this. This would be my, so this is what we're not gonna do moment. Yes, PewDiePie came into this situation with a more objective view of this entire thing. Most people saw this entire situation and immediately slammed on that cancel James Charles button real quick. See, that's the internet currently on the James Charles cancel button. Now, I'm not saying any of James's behavior is acceptable. I'm just saying after watching PewDiePie's video myself, I feel like he brings up a lot of good points, which are worth mentioning. And I think this is what Gabriel is about to go on about, which confuses me a lot, considering it seems like he's taking this as PewDiePie is seeing his side. Boy, this for real seems like it has nothing to do with you at this point. I mean, just because people are watching PewDiePie's video and finding it somewhat reasonable does not mean they're gonna watch PewDiePie PewDiePie's video and be like, you know what? I completely agree with Gabriel Zamora. Like, you're praising the man for being reasonable and having the ability to sit back and look at the whole situation and address in a calm and logical manner, yet you are the exact opposite. You clearly have a bad attitude about this entire situation, and it's just coming off pretty nasty at this point.
The main part that I want to speak on is this whole sexual allegation, because I feel like everyone's running with this predatory behavior type of situation. And I'm being drawn into it because she's like, Gabriel Zamora, you were there. And the fact that you're not doing anything about this, you're complicit. Excuse me? There's certain information you're leaving out. So let's play it. At 24 minutes, goddamn, a whole 43-minute ad. Okay, so at 24 minutes, she says the following.
Enough. The last phone conversation that James Charles and I had, he said some things telling me about a situation that happened in Seattle on my birthday, and it literally made me want to vomit. Oh my God, you tried to trick a straight man into thinking he's gay yet again, and somehow you're the victim. You know, it's really disgusting to manipulate someone's sexuality, especially when they are still, emerging into adulthood and don't quite have everything figured out. You are using your fame, your power, your money to play with people's emotions. You're threatening to ruin them. You're threatening to embarrass them, and you're doing that to have them behave sexually in your favor, even if they're straight. And you know what? That's not okay. That behavior's not okay. Whether you're a woman, a man, gay, straight, bi, whatever sexual orientation you are, that is your personal call, and it is not someone else's to take. It's not someone else's to play with. It's not someone else's to mess with.
What happened now?
All right, I'm gonna have to pause there for a second to laugh. Let's just think about this for a moment. How old is this guy? Wait, how old is he? My man's is 26 years old. I find it scary when fully grown people act so immature and catty on the internet. This whole situation is so weird. Tati's 37, I believe, and this Gabriel guy is 26, while James Charles is 19 years old. This drama scales all across the entire age scale.
What happened? I will straight boys and make it a joke, because this behavior is not normal. It's not okay. Cracking someone's sexuality is not an escape room. This is that will follow them for the rest of their lives, and you need someone to tell you to stop it. And that's exactly what I did in your kitchen in front of Gabriel Zamora.
In the kitchen.
So I'm really shocked, Gabriel, that you really don't care about this at all in front of Gabriel Zamora. So I'm really shocked, Gabriel, that you really don't care about this at all and what is happening. You were totally complicit with the situation, obviously, with the video that you made. Right? I'm pissed.
You're pissed? Okay, so what you're missing in the story. I was in the kitchen.
All right, so we're finally getting into the quote-unquote tea, as they all say. Let's just get right into it.
But the part that she's missing.
The part she's missing. No, not funny. Not funny to anyone else. I literally have the humor of a 12-year-old, but okay.
The part that she's missing out in this situation is, first off, the straight boy thing, that's a different one. Let's first talk about the Seattle boy, right, that she brings up. You're trying to trick a straight guy. She was there. That Seattle boy, she knew exactly who it was. The Seattle boy then goes into James's DMs. Like, I was there. James was telling us this exact story in person. Homeboy slid into James's DMs. Homeboy was like, I'm down to cuddle. Like, cool. Apparently everyone was bi-curious. He wanted to come up. He cuddled with James. Like, why is she saying all that? She's talking about, you really came at Mr. Keep It 100 with 60% of the story. I was in the kitchen. James was literally telling us what went down. Basically, homeboy came out, they cuddled, nothing bad. Like, please don't out this boy. Because later he was like, oh, I'm actually not bi-curious. There was some messaging after. Where is the predatory behavior? Because I can already debunk it to her. She's like, trying to trick a straight guy yet again. What is a straight guy?
All right, I think we've officially found the tea. So I guess this is the only guy in the world who's standing up for James right now. And he's explaining the whole situation where Tati labeled James as acting predatory. I mean, I can't say too much on this because I have no clue. Okay, so from Tati's side, it seems like she made out that James acted so-called predatory multiple times, but now Gabriel is saying he knew the entire situation, and he's saying it didn't happen like that. I mean, I'm pretty sure that Jeffree Star and the waiter came out of the cut with the truth. I'll just link you to my video, which is down in the description down below for that.
The last phone conversation that James Charles and I had, he said some things telling me about a situation that happened in Seattle on my birthday, and it literally made me want to vomit. Oh my God, you tried to trick a straight man into thinking he's gay yet again.
No. Her birthday, looked her up. 37 years old. He's 19. Girl. February 14th. Girl, we hung out like late March in his kitchen. So you had that conversation, but then I'm like, it was your birthday dinner. It was the waiter at one of the dinners that y'all went to. And he was being flirty. That's the guy that slid into James's DMs. The manipulation of the story to try to make it seem into something like that. I'm like, no. You just need clarification because it's not really a situation.
All right, so now he's saying the waiter in the birthday dinner story was actually the one who slid into James's DMs. I mean, wow. Gabriel's perspective of the story seems to be really different compared to Tati's. Like, it would be really interesting to see what the actual story is, because we're getting two very conflicting stories here.
You're making it seem, nobody asked about Seattle. You're literally putting information out, and I'm like, what? And you're allowing this predatory story to go around when it was no, girl, you're leaving information out. And I don't like that. So what happened in the kitchen? I'll tell you what happened in the kitchen, because it's really not that deep. What we were talking about, James was telling us about that situation. The guy ends up telling him he's not bi-curious, he's not really interested in men, but he still wants to be friends and blah, blah, blah. He wants to do this, he wants to do that. James is like, I don't need friends. You came to cuddle, like, I thought we were gonna, you know what I mean? Like, that's the situation. And we were telling him, I said, you have to be careful because people can flip the switch. They can try to make it seem like you Da-da-da. James is like, how? Like, I have text messages, I have the DMs, like, he has everything. That's why I'm like, what? What do you mean, like, predatory? That's why I'm like, no, don't say that shit. People really go to jail for that, okay? People really get sued for that. You're omitting information. You're a fraud, Tati Westbrook.
Wow, he's really going in on Tati now.
Okay, you guys, so thank God I watched it. I watched that the Kid from Seattle video. It was horrible. Oh my God, I needed a break, girl. The fact where he messed up on is there's too many editing. There's just too much. Why don't you just talk, right?
So what I think he's going to talk about here, if you guys don't already know, is the guy from Seattle, the waiter, made a video on his side of the whole story.
Also, I like how he included a recorded FaceTime of him and James. Basically just, were you talking to another guy when we were talking? But supposedly he's not bi-curious or he is straight. So then why are you calling James Charles before Tati Westbrook's video goes up? Oh, but you said that, oh, I'm doing this because I was in Tati's video, the pre-planment. Whoever's doing this behind the scenes, whoever's creating this little game, touche. Because his video instantly went up with only 787 views. Fascinating. It was fraudulent. Oh my God.
Well, this sounds like another conspiracy theory for the books. Overall, it seems like Gabriel has a lot to say. I think most people just want him to shut up, honestly. Mainly due to the fact that he's so over-the-top dramatic, whereas in Tati's video, she was very calm and concise with what she had to say. I don't know what to believe in 100% since, like I said earlier, the entire thing seems to be based off of a he said, she said situation. Everyone right off the bat was discrediting what Gabriel's saying, but it seems like he literally just stating things from his perspective, which basically just collides with what Tati was saying. And the whole thing with him belittling her by saying she's crying over vitamins on Instagram where there are people starving and struggling. Yeah, that's pretty rude in my opinion. I don't think it was quite justified for him to come at her like that. But however, since he was actually there in some of these situations that have now been brought up on the internet, I guess he does have the right to say that he thinks that Tati is leaving out important information. For me, well, I mean, I find this way too overwhelming to pick a proper side or favor for anyone. All I know is the story is just so layered, and I think very few people actually know the full story. I would pretty much say only the inner circle of influencers in the beauty community actually know the full story. So I think I'm just gonna take a break and lay down after all this. So that's where I'm gonna be ending today's video. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like on it. If you're new here, I welcome you to my channel, and it'll be awesome if you subscribe. And if you want to follow me outside of social medias, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter as @Atozy, or if you want to follow my adorable puppy who recently peed on my floors yet again during this recording session, well, his ad is Gary the Puppy on Instagram, on TikTok, and he's Gary the Puppy on YouTube, where, by the way, I actually uploaded a vlog of Hen and I. We went and picked him up, and I uploaded a vlog of us seeing him for the first time. So I'll probably link that after this video. So yeah, on that note, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
97 Leo killer, about to pull a trigger, never switching up. I just wanna go and get it with my friends and spend it, cause I go and get it if I want. I don't wanna second guess it, living in a second, and you coming second to the one. Lately I've been accurate, just wanna bag your necklace, I don't have a second, gotta run. But I recommend this life is what I wanted. Made a little bit of progress since we started. I don't think I gotta say I go the hardest. I've been thinking about my future, go the farthest. And I got back home, was in Japan.